Okay. Today, I'm going to talk about a lot of things that maybe some of y'all don't want to know. Maybe y'all don't know. So, I'm going to talk about cover-ups and what I plan to do about these cover-ups. Problem number one with the cover-ups. Now, if you think about it, we got people out there and something happens. Somebody gets killed, or the one president that got shot in Houston, JFK. Now, what happened after that whole incident occurred? They locked the files up for 100 years or 50 years. Now, the only reason they're locking those files up, I see, is so by the time they open them, they're going to find out there was a big conspiracy and it's too late to do nothing, nobody, because they're all dead. Now, who knows, Bert? Shut up. Who knows what it could be? I mean, all kinds of the Marilyn Monroe scandal could be in there. What she is doing and how she sing the birthday song, that could be in there. Like the alien stuff, that's probably in there. All kinds of stuff that like the World Trade Center and the Oklahoma bombings. How they're saying that they don't think it was just the plane or the bomb that did it. They're thinking that there's a lot more involved in it. Well, what they do, let's lock it up and hold it away for 100 years. So by the time we go about finding out who did it 100 years from now, everybody's going to be dead, then we can do nothing. And another thing, my granddaddy always didn't believe that they people made it all the way to the moon. Now, looking up there, that's a far thing. I think that if someone did make it on the moon, they should be able to prove it. I think that they could get up there and not just put a little flag. Do a big flare. Do fireworks. Do something so we can see it. Because it's not that far away. We should be able to see something up there if there's a big flash of light. Or they could put lights all over the moon and make little sparkles every 20 seconds. So we know, okay, there's the moon. My granddaddy always felt like that they just made that all up. It was like a big fancy movie, and everybody back then didn't see how. Well, looking at the movies today, you can see how they can make a movie where you could walk on Mars. They've done it. Now, maybe they were just ahead of the time, and now they can make movies about it. Now, but about 20 years from now, they're going to say, we made it to Mars. Here's a video. Well, it's just a fancy movie of somebody walking on nothing. They're doing it over there. And the thing is why would they conspiracy it up? They conspiracy it up because they want us to give money to some program that's false, it's fake. And I think the first time they actually tried to send someone to the moon, they blew up. And everything else, I think that what they do is they send these people up so far where we can't see them no more. They turn and they go hide on some island, and they say, "Oh, we're on the moon." Well, we don't know. And not only that, why they need a big space station up there? I was told that you can see the space station from my house. Now, maybe that space station is some kind of meeting place for the aliens. Maybe they said, don't go to Earth, you start coming here because you're starting to make the people know that y'all exist, and we're trying to conspiracy it down here on the Earth. Now, I think that a lot of people, if you're looking at it, there's probably a lot of things that they're hiding. So, I think that the stealth aircraft technology, how do we know they're not stealthing around like everyday things? It's a quiet little plane and they're up there. If the stealth exists and you can't see it because it's stealth, it's invisible, then who else is walking around that's invisible? Now, and what happens if that's just the aliens gave us the information on how to do the stealth stuff at the space station that we're now building, and we're working with them? I've seen that movie V before, and I know what it is. Those aliens are going to think that they're being peaceful. But like Ron Johnson, did he really die of a stroke? Or was it an allergic reaction to something somebody gave him? I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies. Ann Livingston, that's another one. I don't know exactly what she did, but she was involved in all that stuff. A lot of things. I mean, if you look on the government and the reports about cover-ups, I think, like, what's her name? That Julie Child lady. I think whenever it came out that she was some kind of spy and worked for the CIA. But on top of that note, the Loch Ness Monster. I think there's something that the government knows. Now, honestly, all these years you think that somebody didn't get a video or a good picture or something. Somebody saw something. I think if I say I saw a Loch Ness Monster, they stealth over my house, they get my video, and then they put this little, like that movie Men in Black, they do a little zap on your eyes, and then they make you forget it. Now, I know the Area 51 exists. I want to know what is in there. And like Lennon and all that stuff. What happened to him? Now, what about these Grand Central Terminal secret rooms they got underneath the train station over there at the Grand Central in New York? Now, I think that's what. So what I'm going to do is all these cases that are locked up for 100 years, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to open them up and I'm going to read them myself. I don't know if I can read them all, but I'm going to try. And anything that I find out that's wrong with the Marilyn Monroe thing, I'm gonna say, okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Like Churchill and Hitler's execution, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I'm not gonna hide it. I know they said that Hitler killed himself, but how do we know? I mean, what if they just said he did, just so so we don't think that it happened, and people don't blame people over there. And like food, what's in the food? Why are they doing that? And like Operation Paperclip. Now I don't know a lot about the Operation Paperclip, but I know it happened when Harry Truman was in office. And what it means is they were taking all these paper clips and putting them up and hiding them from everybody else because they needed the paper clips or the bullets. But it's something to do with Nazis. I don't know exactly what it was. But who wouldn't want to hide information about Operation Paperclip? What's the big deal? Why not just tell people what they're doing with them? And there's so many things that I think is conspiracy in the world. The Vatican, they're doing the Templars in that secret society group, the Pillars of the Lost Ark, or whatever they call. They're conspiring to hide those things. The conspiracy's been in play for a long time. But the biggest conspiracy that I want to talk to you today about is the government and what they do, and conspiracy against athletes like in the Olympics. Now, I remember I was talking to this girl named Megan, and we were watching the Olympics together. We was paying attention because we wanted that Michelle Kwan girl to win. So what they did was they changed the age to be in the Olympics. To go to the Olympics, you had to be 15. So the little 12-year-old girl, Tara Linsky, she's only 12. Well, whenever they changed the age, that means she couldn't go to the Olympics. But they said, oh, she falls in the grandfather clause, she can still go. Now, that ain't fair. Then when you get over there to the Olympics, and they got over there to Japan, and they skating, and Michelle Kwan's Olympics where she should have won, or wherever, what? Nagano, wherever those Olympics that year with the Lipinski girl and the Kwan girl. Now, whenever you get over there and you start skating and you start adding the figures, Michelle Kwan came out ahead in the first go-round. The little slow skate or free skate or whatever it is. The day before the big one. Then whenever the big one goes, they put out Lipinski last. And I swear I was sitting there watching it, and the Michelle Kwan did better than that Taylor Lipinski girl, and they landed the exact same moves. But they added these fancy new scores in there that you're going to rank up that Lipinski girl first and beat the all-time champion of the world. I mean, she got more medals than any, add them all up. She's better than that Christy Yamaguchi girl. And Brian Bottano. All those people. Elvis Stunko. All those. She's better than all of them. And then that Lipinski girl is going to come in there and win that Olympic medal? And you tell me that's fair. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at cases like that where the government come in and conspires to make sure they got the white girl to win instead of the Michelle girl. Because I think it was a race thing. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to change it. I'm going to take that gold medal. Because once Taylor Lipinski won, what happened to her? I hadn't seen the high hair of the girl since. She just won the medal and she stopped skating altogether and now that's it. And I don't think that's fair. I think she should have skated longer. I think she should have done it years. Now, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to take her medal away. And anybody else that cheated, I'm going to take it. I'm going to go back as far as the Dorothy Hamill girl and the Scott Hamilton boy and that Dick Buckus guy. And I'm going to find out exactly who should have won it. And then that Tanya Hardin girl that smacked that one girl in the knee, well, I'm going to go there. I'm going to take a hammer. I'm going to smack Tanya Hardin in the knee. And I'm going to, because that Nancy Kerrigan girl should have won that medal that year. And then you're going to tell me that Michelle Kwan was young then and she couldn't win. Well, next time will be her time. Well, next time never came. They cheated her all the way to the bank. And now she's never going to be known as a gold medalist. She won the bronze, she won the silver, she won the whatever those medals are. She won them all, but not the gold. Now, I think she deserves it. All these conspiracies in the government is conspiracy. And we're going to take care of it here and now. So I'm going to go down to that White House. I'm going to bird. I'm talking about conspiracy. Tell them to shut up. I'm going to go find out all these conspiracy things, and I'm going to tell everybody exactly what it is. If I have to take my little cell phone and take pictures of it, and I'll take a picture, and I'll be like, see, look what happened. This is a person that shot that boy in Houston. This is what Marilyn Monroe was doing with the president. This is what that Lipinski girl did. Monica Lipinski. And this is the Michelle Kwan girl, and this is how we stole her medal. I'm going to go right the wrongs that the government in the past has wronged people. And the whole Whitegate scandal, I'm going to find out exactly what it is, and I'm going to put it on a blog. You're going to listen to my blog every day. And I'm going to take the paper out. I'm going to say, okay, people, this is what conspiracy is today. And I'm going to go over it like the State of the Union address. It's going to be called the conspiracy address. And we're going to get to the bottom of all these lies here in the United States. Because I'm tired of people lying. It just ain't right. And I'm tired of it. So, remember, when you vote for me, you vote for honesty. Me, honesty. Me, too. Me, honesty. So, thank you for listening, and don't forget to tell your friends about the blog so then they can come over here and they can make me president, because I need to be president of the United States. Johnny Rodriguez for president. Thank you for listening today. Thank you.